These are the top 10 everyday items TSA is banning in 2025, and how to avoid getting stopped at airport security. Imagine missing your flight because of your sandwich, or losing your $400 smart bag at security. In 2025, TSA is confiscating more items than ever, and many of them are things you probably pack without thinking. Stay tuned, because item #7 is catching senior travelers by surprise, and it's sitting in your medicine cabinet right now. Welcome to Smart Travel Hacks, where we help you travel smarter every week. Subscribe now, so you never get caught off guard at the airport. Item 1. Powders. Over 12 ounces. Let's start with a seemingly harmless item that catches thousands of travelers every week. Powders. In 2025, the TSA powder limit is 12 ounces. Anything over that, even something as innocent as protein powder, pancake mix, or baby formula, can trigger inspection. Here's why. In scanners, powder-like substances can resemble explosive materials, and if yours is unlabeled or packed loose, it raises even more suspicion. That means delays, a full bag search, and sometimes confiscation, even if it's perfectly legal to carry. To avoid trouble, keep your powders under 12 ounces per container. That's about the size of a soda can. Label everything clearly, and if possible, pre-portion what you need for the trip. Put it in a separate bin at security to save time. Remember, the less guesswork for TSA, the faster you move through. Item 2. Smart luggage. Those sleek, high-tech suitcases with GPS trackers, USB ports, and remote locks are more popular than ever. But in 2025, they're also one of the most commonly confiscated items at check-in. Why? Because of the lithium battery inside. If your smart bag's battery can't be removed, it's banned. Plain and simple. TSA and airlines won't risk having a non-removable battery in the cargo hold, where it could overheat and cause a fire that no one can reach during the flight. And if you show up with a non-compliant bag, you could be forced to leave it behind or pay to ship it home. Here's the fix. Only use smart luggage with a removable battery that you can take out by hand, no tools required. Carry the battery with you in your cabin bag, and double-check your model before you fly. Item 3. Hidden compartment water bottles. Here's one that catches eco-conscious travelers by surprise. Reusable water bottles, especially those with hidden compartments. Many brands now sell bottles with detachable bases or secret stash spots designed to hold pills, powders, or even cash. But to TSA, these bottles can look like smuggling devices. In 2025, agents are trained to flag anything that appears to conceal unknown substances or contraband. If your bottle has hidden sections, opaque walls, or strange seams, it could trigger a bag search and even get confiscated on the spot. And the worst part? Many travelers don't even realize their bottle has one of these features. To avoid the hassle, stick to clear single-compartment bottles without any novelty compartments or hidden spaces. Empty it before you reach security, and keep it simple. It saves time, avoids questions, and ensures you get through without losing your bottle. Item 4. Oversized batteries. These catch even the most tech-savvy travelers off guard. In 2025, the TSA strictly enforces watt-hour limits on lithium batteries. Anything over 100 watt-hours requires airline approval, and if it's over 160 watt-hours, it's banned entirely, no exceptions. Why? Because large batteries pose a serious fire risk if something goes wrong. If your battery overheats in the cargo hold, it becomes a dangerous emergency that the crew can't easily reach. Here's the fix. Always check the watt-hours on your power banks, laptop batteries, and external chargers. You can calculate it yourself. Volts times amp hours equals watt hours. If it's unclear or the label is missing, TSA may confiscate it on the spot. And never ever put spare batteries in checked luggage. Keep them in your carry-on, clearly labeled and within the limits to avoid surprises. Item 5. Toys resembling weapons. Here's one that surprises a lot of families. Toys that resemble weapons. In 2025, TSA is cracking down hard on anything that could cause alarm or confusion at a checkpoint. That means plastic toy guns, foam nunchucks, lightsabers, even superhero action figures with tiny detachable weapons. All of these can get flagged. The problem is simple. To a scanner, or even to a human screener at a glance, they can look like the real thing. And TSA isn't in the business of guessing. If it even slightly resembles a firearm, sword, or other weapon, they'll pull it aside, confiscate it, and possibly delay your entire group. So what's the fix? Leave these toys at home whenever possible or pack them safely in checked luggage. Don't risk watching a prized collectible, or your child's favorite toy, get tossed into the bin before your eyes. Item 6. Camping gear. If you're heading into the great outdoors, this one's for you. Camping gear. In 2025, TSA has become much stricter about certain outdoor equipment. Tent stakes, sharp metal poles, fuel canisters, and even some compact camping stoves are now flagged as potential weapons or fire hazards. Many travelers don't realize that even a lightweight titanium stake can be considered a dangerous item, and any kind of flammable fuel, even if sealed, is completely banned in both carry-on and checked luggage. Some stove components with sharp edges or pressurized parts have also been confiscated on the spot. To avoid the hassle, here's the fix. Ship your camping gear to your destination ahead of time, or rent what you need locally. It saves you time, stress, and the risk of losing expensive equipment at the checkpoint. Always better to arrive ready and hassle-free. Item 7. Certain medications. Now here's one that catches travelers, especially seniors, completely off guard. Certain medications. In 2025, TSA and even international security are paying closer attention to pills and liquids, especially if they're unlabeled or contain controlled substances. Common prescriptions like sleep aids, anti-anxiety medication, painkillers with codeine, and even some over-the-counter allergy pills can show up on watch lists. If they're in an unmarked pill organizer, TSA may confiscate them or even detain you temporarily for questioning. Here's how to avoid that nightmare. Always travel with your medications in their original labeled bottles. Bring a copy of your prescription and, if possible, a doctor's note. And when you reach the checkpoint, declare your medications up front. Don't wait to be asked. It saves you from confusion, delays, and the stress of losing something important to your health. Item 8. Grooming devices with unmarked batteries. Next up. Grooming devices with unmarked or non-compliant batteries. This one surprises a lot of travelers because electric razors, toothbrushes, and clippers seem harmless. But in 2025, TSA has been pulling more of these devices aside when their internal batteries don't meet regulations or lack clear labeling. Some older or international models use lithium batteries that exceed watt-hour limits or don't display the required information, and when a screener can't confirm the battery's compliance on the spot, they're trained to err on the side of caution, which means your device could be confiscated. To avoid problems, always bring grooming tools that clearly show battery specifications. Keep them in your carry-on, not checked luggage, and pack a backup if it's something you rely on daily. A few minutes of preparation can save you from losing an expensive or essential item at security. Item 9. Foil-wrapped food. Here's a surprising one. Your lunch. In 2025, TSA has been flagging more foil-wrapped food than ever. Why? Because aluminum foil blocks the scanner's view, making your sandwich, burrito, or chocolate bar look like a dense, opaque object that needs closer inspection. What does that mean for you? More time at the checkpoint, a full bag search, and in some cases a missed connection, if you're cutting it close. The solution is simple. Avoid using foil. Wrap your food in clear plastic wrap, parchment paper, or pack it in a transparent container. That way TSA can see what it is without holding up the line or confiscating anything. A small change in how you pack your snack can save you a big headache on travel day. Item 10. Spiritual powders and incense. Finally, let's talk about spiritual powders and incense. Many travelers carry these for religious or cultural reasons, but in 2025 TSA is flagging them more than ever. Why? Because unmarked powders can look like prohibited substances on scanners, and strong scents can raise suspicion of flammable or recreational materials. Unfortunately, this means even sacred or expensive items like burning sage, herbal blends, or ritual sand have been confiscated at checkpoints, simply because they weren't properly labeled or explained. To protect your items, and your trip, always keep spiritual powders and incense in clearly labeled containers. Pack them in your carry-on, not checked luggage, and when you reach security, declare them up front. A few words at the checkpoint can save you from losing something meaningful, and from a stressful, unnecessary delay. We're halfway through, and the most surprising banned item is still coming. Can you guess what it is? Comment below before we reveal it. Which of these surprised you most? Have you ever had something confiscated by TSA? Share your story in the comments. We might feature it next time. And don't forget to subscribe and check out these videos on more travel hacks airlines don't want you to know.